Welcome back to my channel. My name is Milkshake Matty, and here we talk about crypto. And today we're going to be talking about the Pi network coin. And what we're looking at today is, are the whales manipulating the price of Pi on purpose? And more importantly, who are these whales, if that's what's happening? Let's get into it. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. 85% of you that watch me are not subscribed, and it doesn't make sense. Hit the subscribe button. Do it now. If you hit the like button, you're going to help the algorithm. If you hit the bell button, it means you're going to get notified every single time I either go live or I make a video. And I make videos on the Pi network, XRP, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency as a whole. So hit the subscribe, hit the like, and hit the bell button. Nothing I do here is financial advice. Please seek your own financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on the internet with a beard talking to you about what I see and do. Nothing here is financial advice. YouTube has a global reach. Social media as a whole has a global reach. I have a decent following for me on TikTok, and I've now stepped over to YouTube so I can do long form content videos. And what's been happening in my videos over the last few days is that people have been putting in the comments which country in the world they're from, and also letting me know which cryptocurrency they're in. Now, this video is about Pi network, so just let me know in the comments which country you're from. Let's see if we can cover every single continent on the planet like we did on one of the videos, I think it was yesterday or the day before. That'd be awesome. And also, let me know what you think about Pi. Is it Pi to the moon, or is it in trouble? Let me know in the comments. Where are you from? The Pi network has had a difficult few weeks. However, I believe there's a little bit of stabilization going on now. I know that it's probably still fell today, and it's looking a bit ugly if you look at the charts. However, I think it could have been a hell of a lot worse. So if you are looking at your portfolio and you're starting to feel a little bit sad, just relax. 2 months ago, your Pi network coins were worth nothing. Today they have a value, so it's not all bad. If we go and look at the price for the Pi network coin as it stands right now, it is currently 52 cents. It's not ideal. I mean, it's down 8.7% on the day, 36.1% on the week, and 72% down on the month. So it's not good. It isn't good. However, I still believe that it could have been worse. So I don't think that we should all be so disheartened, because they're in the comments when I'm looking on social media, there's a lot of people that are thinking that it's dead, and it's not dead. It has a value. It's worth currently 52 cents. While we're here, let's go look at the price of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is at 83,931. Now, remember, the price of Bitcoin is incredibly important to all the cryptocurrency prices, because if the Bitcoin price rallies, the altcoins, which Pi is one of the altcoins, will rally as well. So keep your eye on that Bitcoin price, because if we start heading towards 100,000, it's going to be party time, because the price of Pi will rise. So we've looked at the price. We see where it is. It's at 52 cents. Some people on social media are starting to think that this could be artificially kept down. And it's something that I've seen multiple times on all platforms, saying that huge manipulation is happening. So I started to do a little bit of research to see what I could find, to see if anybody had written any articles that could pique my interest, something that maybe I could get my teeth into, because I've got no evidence at all of any manipulation. None. But I found something. That somebody had written, and I thought it was really well written and actually quite well thought out. And it's something I wanted to share with you guys to see what you thought. So this article here has been written by NTF Charisma. Now, they have quite a small following on this platform. But sometimes it's not about the number of followers you have, but it's the quality of your content. And I don't know this person. I've never come across them before. But I found what they wrote really well thought out and are really interesting. So I'm going to read this out to you, and then we're going to discuss what we think at the end. So they've written, "Hey there, Pi community. Something really strange is going on with the price of Pi on exchanges right now. Take a look at the order book, and you'll notice the big difference between the buy and the sell orders. There are a whole bunch of small orders, usually just a few hundred Pi, and very rarely do we see thousands. On the other hand, the sell orders are huge. They often come in clusters ranging from 2,000 to a whopping 20,000 Pi. It's like a battle between the little guys and the big whales." And then the next section is called the price drop. "The price of Pi has taken a significant hit. It's dropped below 58 cents. Well, now we know it's quite a bit below that 58 cents, because they wrote this 2 hours ago, so it's dropped since then. And is now hovering around the 56 cents. In just the past 24 hours, this is a massive 17% decrease. And the trading volume, a staggering 422 million. This kind of price movement is enough to make anybody's head spin. So they're saying, look, that it's been 422 million in the last 24 hours of trading volume, of basically a sell-off, which is a big number. I made a video, I think about a week ago, where I was highlighting there was 500 million, which is 500 million worth of sell-off in one day, and that was massive. This ain't far behind. The next section they've got here is called What Could Be Causing This? There are a few theories floating around. It could be that a large player or some mysterious individuals are trying to manipulate the price on purpose. They might be testing the price support levels to see how low the price can go before it bounces back, or they could be trying to buy pie at a much lower cost. I think it's probably that one, if I'm honest. One sneaky tactic they might be using is called spoofing. Now before I carry on reading this, I'm going to make a whole video on spoofing because it's actually a really interesting concept and it's something that's widespread within cryptocurrency. But they've written this. One sneaky tactic they might be using is called spoofing. This is when they place fake orders to make it seem like there's more buying or selling interest than there actually is. It's like a magician trick to deceive the market. Another possibility is that they're actually dumping a large number of pie coins to create panic among investors. When people see the price dropping rapidly, they might start selling their pie in a hurry to avoid losing more money. This could trigger loss orders, which are automatic sell orders set at a certain price to limit losses. It's a dangerous game they're playing with our emotions and our investments. The next section is called What You Should Do. It's super important to stay informed. Don't just rely on looking at the price. Check the live order book and see what's really going on with the buy and sell orders. And pay attention to the actual trading volumes too. Remember, back in February, pie was valued at $2.98. Now it's at 53 cents. That's quite a journey. Most importantly, be careful. Do not let your emotions get the better of you and sell on impulse. Let me pause there. This is huge. This is why I always tell people to get to grips with the fear and greed index. Because when people don't understand the fear and greed index, but they're just feeling the emotions, they act on impulse. But if you understand the fear and greed index, you can already pre-plan your moves before you feel that emotion. They've gone on to say, this could very well be part of their strategy to get you to make hasty decisions. Stay alert, stay informed, and don't let these price fluctuations rattle you too much. We're all in this together. We need to keep our wits about us. So keep an eye on the market. Let's see how this all plays out. The Pi Network journey is full of surprises, and this is just one more chapter in its story. Now, I think that's a really interesting article, and I think they make some incredibly good points, and they're making points that very possibly could be true, because what they're describing is a market manipulation by whales, which happens all the time with all cryptos, especially big boys like Bitcoin. There are whales that will make orders to try and spook the market to force it in different directions. It's a tactic that's been happening for many, many, many years. So why would Pi Network be any different? So it's an interesting one. But what do you guys think? Do you think there is manipulation going on? Do you think the price is currently artificially low on purpose because the whales are forcing the price down to make people panic even more, and then it will spiral into even lower prices so they can hoover it all up at the bottom, ready for it to fly back up? Do you think that is a possibility? I believe this is probably happening. To what extent, it's very difficult to tell, but I think the market is definitely being manipulated. I think at the moment that the Pi Network coin is undervalued to where it should be. So it's an interesting one. I'm really glad that person took the time to write that, and I enjoyed it. And if they ever watch this, I just want them to know I appreciated their work and I've shared it here. I just wanted to take this opportunity to remind you guys to get your crypto off the exchanges and off the hot wallets and get them into a cold store wallet as soon as you can. Because if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. And being on the exchanges and on the hot wallets is not safe. It's the number one way the scammers will take your crypto off you. Now, I've got a deal available for you guys from a company called Tangem. Tangem is a company that I use all the time. If you look on my hand, can you see the ring? I use Tangem, and I have a Tangem ring on today. The reason I'm wearing my ring today is because I've been doing some trading today, and I needed this to be able to get access to my wallet. Now, you can either get a Tangem ring, slightly more money. The ring comes with 2 cards and it's $144, but you don't need to do that. You can go and get the 2 cards set here for I think it's just under $50 or 40 English pounds. Now, this comes with a 10% discount. The link is in the description for this video. If you click the link, the discount will automatically be preloaded. But if you don't like clicking links on the internet, go and find the Tangem website on yourself and then just enter the promo code MilkshakeMatty, all one word, no spaces. It's spelt as you'd expect, and then you'll be able to get the 10% discount. Tangem are a fantastic brand, and honestly, go and check them out. Get your money off those exchanges and the hot wallets, because if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. So what do we think? Are the whales manipulating the Pi network price? I believe they are. I think the price of Pi is artificially low right now. But again, I don't know to what extent they are, but I'll be interested to see what you guys think. Are there any of you guys out there that do study the order book? Because I know there are some really technical people that will watch my videos, that this is their thing, this is what they do. And if you are one of those people, let me know in the comments. I'll be interested to see what your insights to this are. Remember guys, this is not Pi network specific. Whales do this with every cryptocurrency. The worst one for it is Bitcoin. The whales have huge amounts of power with Bitcoin. And trust me, Pi network will be no different, especially if Pi network gets to the levels and the standard that a lot of people in the community think that it will. The bigger it gets, the more manipulation the whales will have. That is a fact. Remember to put in the comments, which country are you from? And let me know what you think is going to happen with the Pi network price. Are we going to the moon or are we going down further? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I really appreciate you all staying the distance and getting to the end of this video. But remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit the bell button, and you'll get notified every time that I make a video or I go live. I did a live stream the other night when we were looking at the tariffs in America, and it was really good fun. And I appreciate everybody that commented. The comment section was really lively, and I really appreciate it. So if you hit the bell button, you'll know next time we do one of those lives, you'll be one of the first people to know. Remember, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.